What's up, guys? It's Frostbite711, and if you've noticed, we are back with playing Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't know why I started to say Mass Effect. So I streamed earlier today, and my brain's just like, I want to play more of this game because I had to end the stream early. So I'm gonna do a couple more hours of this. I gotta post to. You know what? I'm not feeling like posting to all this social media today, so we're just not going to. Anyway, we're gonna continue. I had to replay a bunch of like quest lines and stuff, and then I saved right here, so that way if I mess up again, I can just come back here. Custom champion of Kirkwall, because I needed a custom. I don't want to do the basic one. Thank you, food, so we'll be lurking. Alright, thanks. Thanks for the lurk. Also, yeah, I thought I'd stop by, because I'm like, I should have stopped by earlier, like, before, but I never did before. Let's see, my hawk this world state was not pale, but she was, like, decently pale, so, like, this is a good complexion. Gotta find a decent, like, complexion. I feel like it's gonna be one that's not super... Like, this one's fine. I think that's blue. I'm gonna go for a long hairstyle because this hawk is supposed to have long hair. It's like this hairstyle works. She has black hair, so we're not gonna give her a blood swipe, and then back. You know, I don't really want to change too much of her face because I think she looks really pretty as is. So we're gonna go eyes. We're gonna change the shape a little bit, I think. I like these eyes. Nose, I think her nose looks fine. Her mouth looks fine. I'm honestly very content with most of her face. We'll just look at scars. See if there's any scars I want to add. Just give her all the scars. No, we're gonna give her like one scar, I think. Like, she's seen a little bit of battle. Not a big one. I think this one looks fine. I don't really want a tattoo on her. Do makeup though. Shadow color. You know what? That's actually fine. Eyeliner intensity. I'm pretty confident. I like this. There wasn't a whole lot I wanted to change. I just wanted to give her like different eye color and a different hairstyle because the hairstyle that they gave her was icky. So yeah, we're gonna accept this because I like this. And then when she is custom, but she's not like super cut, like she's not too odd out there.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawk, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him after all.
You've already dropped half a mountain on the bastard. I'm sure anything I can tell you pales in comparison. Corypheus has already killed the Divine along with countless others. And he'll kill a lot more unless we stop him. You've already sealed the breach. That's damned impressive. I could barely get my friends to stop fighting. Still, if you think I can help... Varric said that you fought Corypheus before. Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again. If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them? It's possible, but we need to know more first. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood. If you didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens? The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it. Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you describe. Hopefully, my friend in the Wardens will know more. I appreciate the help. I'm doing this as much for myself as for you. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor. You said you thought you killed Corypheus. The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back, or maybe it's altered into magic. But he was dead, I swear it. And where did you go after the mages rebelled? I heard the Chantry might be sending an exalted march to Kirkwall to put down the rebellion. I hoped that leaving would save lives and force the Divine to divide her forces to come after me. As it turned out, I needn't have bothered. All the circles started rising up and the exalted march never came. I'd like to know more about Anders. What was he like? I don't know if there ever was just an Anders. He was crazy. By the end, there was nothing left of him. Except this insane need to start a war no one could win.
I think the only time there was Justin Anders was like back during the Warden's era, the Hero of Ferelden's era.
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now? Ferris would have killed himself to protect me. I didn't want to give him that chance.
I love that so much. Like, this Warden, if you didn't know, by the way, she romanced Fenris in her, like, my backstory for her. Obviously, I haven't been able to play through in a while. I played it once on, when I was living with my brother, like, a couple years ago. But, like, I just remember her story. This world state was probably my world state that I remember the best.
I assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me? Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition. I think the exact phrase was, has a good shot at fixing Blondie's mess. We'll talk later. I'll meet you at Crescent.
I just jumped from the sky.
You knew where Hawk was all along.
You're damned right I did.
You conniving little shit.
You kidnapped me. You interrogated me. What did you expect?
Hey, enough! You're taking his side? I said enough! We needed someone to lead this Inquisition. First, Liliana and I searched for the hero of Ferelden, but she had vanished. Then, we looked for Hawk, but she was gone too. We thought it all connected, but no. It was just you. You who kept her from us.
The Inquisition has a leader.
Hawk would have been at the Conclave if anyone could have saved Most Holy.
Varric's not responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
I was protecting my friend.
Varric is a liar, Inquisitor. A snake. Even after the Conclave, when we needed Hawk most, Varric kept her secret.
She's with us now. We're on the same side.
We all know whose side you're on, Varric. It will never be the Inquisition's.
That's unworthy of you.
I must not think of what could have been. We have so much at stake. Go, Varric. Just go.
For the past couple days, I keep hearing this sound. I'm not sure what it is.
You know
Sounds
what I
like
think?
tape.
If Hawk had been at the temple, she'd be dead too. You people have done enough to her.
I believed him. He spun his story for me and I swallowed it. If I just explained what was at stake, if I just made him understand. But I didn't, did I? I didn't explain why we needed Hawk. I'm such a fool.
What if you hadn't believed him and you tracked Hawk down?
Honestly, Hawk might not even have agreed to become Inquisitor. She supported the Mage Rebellion after all. She wouldn't have trusted me for a second. But this isn't about Hawk, or even Varric. Not truly. I should have been more careful. I should have been smarter. I don't deserve to be here.
You're too hard on yourself, Cassandra.
Not hard enough, I think.
You can't believe that.
I want you to know, I have no regrets. Maybe if we'd found Hawk or the hero of Ferelden, the Maker wouldn't have needed to send you. But he did. You're not what I pictured. But if I've learned anything, it's that I know less than nothing. Something is troubling me, Inquisitor. Liliana is receiving reports of mages becoming possessed, Templars going rogue. No one is dealing with these matters. I was hoping we might, before they get worse.
We can certainly look into it.
I will mark these incidents on the map as I learn of them, Inquisitor. And I would be pleased to accompany you if and when you investigate.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Doop.
What's going on?
Just wanted to see if you had any conversation points.
Nice talking with you, boss.
I think all I have left is like Varric and the guys inside the castle.
That got a little heated. Are you alright?
Well, that depends. How angry is Cassandra? I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
I know, Varric. You never would have kept quiet otherwise.
I keep hoping none of this is real. Maybe it's all some bullshit from the Fade and it'll just disappear. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry.
What was this place? So much room for whatever was here.
Inquisitor.
I'm interested in what you told me of yourself and your studies. If you have time, I'd like to hear more.
You continue to surprise me. All right, let us talk. Preferably somewhere more interesting than this.
Thank you, Satanic Scissors for the follow. Sorry, I just saw this. Well, this is one of my playthroughs that I played it before. I never actually finished, but I've had this character for a long time that I've wanted to do. She's a
Why here?
Haven is familiar. It will always be important to you.
We talked about that already.
she's like the outcast of the outcast. So like, I wanted to make her.
While you slept, studying the anchor.
I wanted to make her like the race and the class and whatnot that everybody like is most, that everyone in the southern countries are the most like the shunned, the one that's the race and class that's most shunned kind of thing, which is Mage Canary. I want to go back. I need to go in and like give her a different outfit because I hate this basic outfit. It's so boring.
I'm glad someone was watching over me.
You were a mystery. You still are. I ran every test I could imagine. Searched the Fade, yet found nothing. Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
Yes, she is my Vashoth Tesserabas, as I like to call her. Her name is Asala, which means soul. I gave her that name because of the fact that soul, I felt like she's a very loving and soulful person. So go to Skyhold outfit. It changes based on my character. Like, I base it off of their personality and like what they would wear. Although I think one of my favorites is, it looks like the little jacket with the little sweater jacket thing with the pants. I'd have to show you my go-to, but, or at least my favorite one that I use, or the ones that I use like the most. But like I said, I do usually base it off of the character themselves.
I would never have agreed to that.
You were in no position to argue. You were never going to wake up? How could you? Mortals sent physically through the Fade. I was frustrated, frightened. The spirits I might have consulted had been driven away by the breach. Although I wished to help, I had no faith in Cassandra, or she in me. I was ready to flee.
But you stayed.
I did. I told myself, one more attempt to seal the rifts. I tried and failed. No ordinary magic would affect them. I watched the rifts expand and grow, resigned myself to flee, and then... seems you hold the key to our salvation. You had sealed it with a gesture. And right then, I felt the whole world change.
You didn't say it that way, I don't think. You just said it.
Is that how you remember it? That is what I mean about perception shaping our existence.
But that's only true in the Fade.
Where do you think we were?
This isn't real.
That's a matter of debate. Probably best discussed after you wake up.
I think it's this one I usually do for most of my characters. Or I do for quite a few of my characters. I also do this one. I don't think armor fits for this character though. I think that fits her.
They have certainly spared no expense.
Undercroft, we're gonna change some clothing. Oh, thank you, Mr. Dogbone, for the raid. Welcome in, raiders.
Better and better. What can't we do in a place like this?
Let's see. I've never been able to collect all the beds. I would like to sometime. Hello, Dogbone. How's it going? Stream is going fine. Or I'm doing okay. Just trying not to stress out about like all the stuff I have to do IRL. Wait. Why isn't... Okay. So that's what I have currently. But stream's going good. I was actually streaming earlier today, and then I stopped streaming. Or I streamed earlier today, and then I decided to stream again, so that's where we're at right now. I don't have a lot of stuff, so I can't really change the tint very well on this. Playing the quarry. Oh, I've seen gameplay of that. Looks really interesting. I think I can get it for free as a with the current like PlayStation account that I have. Yeah, so I was hoping to get that eventually. Till dawn. Yeah, I think I have that one.
I've made some inquiries into the Imperial Court. The sooner we deal with the threats to the Empress, the better. The political situation in the Empire is dangerously unstable. It will complicate matters.
Everything in the Empire complicates matters. It's the Orlesian national pastime.
Turn your nose up at the grand game if you like, Commander, but we play for the highest stakes, and to the death. The Court's disapproval can be as great a threat as the Venatori. We must be vigilant to avert disaster.
Don't worry, Josephine. We'll protect the Empress no matter what.
Let's
I pray
go.
you're right. If your vision of the future comes to pass, the death of the Empress heralds the destruction of everything. Orlais holds Tevinter at bay. All of Thedas could be lost if the Empire falls to Corypheus. Celine is holding peace talks under the auspices of a grand masquerade. Every power in Orlais will be there. It's the perfect place for an assassin to hide.
Does Celine know about the threats against her? Can we send word?
I've sent messages to the Empress, but it's impossible to know if she's received them. We don't have enough sway with the court to arrange an invitation. Perhaps a few more alliances.
Or soldiers.
We need a greater presence in Orlais. And soon.
Okay.
Inquisitor, I was just inspecting our new headquarters. Foundation cracks, nesting animals, and miles from any centers of civilization. The staff must make it presentable if we're to receive any visitors of distinction.
The people coming know we just survived Corypheus and a dragon.
And they must be confident we are able to do so again. The mages are showing great trust in you. They need to feel safe here.
Do you not feel safe here?
I've had difficulty forgetting Corypheus' attack on Haven. Do you know who first leapt to arms? Our workers. They were so proud of our cause.
Have I played Until Dawn? Nope, I have not. I think I have it on my list, but I just haven't gone around to it.
So many people turned to ash.
We lost far too many good people to that monster.
I'm sure they'll find rest with the Maker. Before I return to my duties, Allow me to congratulate you on your appointment as Inquisitor, my lady. I will now bring diplomatic issues to your attention, and I'm more than happy to help with any situations that arise.
You don't have to be so formal just because I'm Inquisitor now, Josephine.
Our allies and guests should see you treated with every courtesy, Inquisitor, especially considering the newness of your office. Fortunately, after your courage at Haven, it's no difficult task to do so.
Well, I assume it would have some spooks considering the how it's built. We're gonna do a quick save here once it conversation's done and the save. So we're gonna just do a new save just because I want to be uber prepared.
Impressive, is it not? Fit for a leader, meant to show influence and the burden of it. It is where the Inquisition will sit in judgment, where you will sit in judgment.
Who will I be judging exactly?
Those who have done wrong. You will know of them, at the very least. All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
Still more lives in my hands.
You are a beacon of law, Inquisitor, as others retreat from responsibility. But this needn't be bloody. The Inquisition's sovereignty is derived from the allies who validate it. You are both empowered and bound. Justice has many tools. If their application is clever, execution may even seem merciful by comparison.
Is there anyone I should judge?
Take the throne when you're ready. We will bring him before you.
Alright, so we're gonna do our first person.
You recall Gerion Alexius of the Winter. Ferelden has given him to us as an acknowledgement of your aid. The formal charges are apostasy, attempted enslavement, and attempted assassination on your own life, no less. De Winter has disowned and stripped him of his rank. You may judge the former Magister as you see fit.
I remember what would have happened to Thedas if his treachery had succeeded.
I couldn't save my son. Do you think my fate matters to me?
Will you offer nothing more in your defense?
You've won nothing. The people you saved, the acclaim you've gathered. You lose it all in the storm to come. Render your judgment, Inquisitor.
I feel like this makes sense.
You swore to the mages you'd help them. I will have you uphold that promise. Fiona will take charge of you. Any knowledge, favor, or coin you own will go towards the mage's future.
A headsman would have been kinder.
Doop 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 doop. Gonna read the book over here. I don't actually read them, I just click on them.
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes? I should thank you. The way things ended in Redcliffe, you could have demanded anything you wished. Yet you chose to make us equal partners. I was not expecting that.
You rebelled for good reason.
I knew you, of all people, would understand. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
You were once a Grey Warden.
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a warder. They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first warden ever to be kicked out. Quite the achievement.
You sound happy about it.
Becoming a warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a warden.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the Circles of Magi, but I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
You're not still the Grand Enchanter then?
Any claim I had to the title ended along with the Circles of Magi, although some still call me by it. Perhaps the Circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position. Until that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this?
It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers. They can't go back to the way things were. But endless warfare benefits no one. That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
I've been meaning to ask, how exactly did the Venatori take control in Redcliffe?
Mages constantly found their way to us while we were there. Stragglers, most of them strangers. I had no way of knowing some were actually Tevinter. They spread whispers, encouraged talk of an alliance, and we were desperate. I'm not proud of our choice, but we were certain Templars were coming. It could have ended far worse.
I'll leave you to it.
Before you go, Inquisitor, a question. In Redcliffe, after we left, did you perhaps speak with King Alistair? Considering who you are?
He wasn't in the mood to talk.
It's just that I knew his father, Marek, back when I was a warden.
You want me to smooth things over with him? Introduce you?
No, it's too late for that. I only wanted to know if he was happy.
Thank you, Dream, for the lurk.
His father had such hopes for him. Don't mind me, Inquisitor. The concerns of an old woman. Nothing more.